been 5 o'clock yesterday that I had a cigar. I'm feeling it. You say you feel so much better when you quit? That's a bunch of hooey. Anyhow, what a beauty day it is. Good day. Today, as promised, Lou's gonna run torch. This looks kind of ugly and messy. We're gonna hammer weld that. So, we're gonna fire up the torches, heat up. It's usually about 1.25 inches, 3 centimeters, something like that. Red hot. And then, I take a dolly, I put it in behind, and I smash the hammer right on the dolly. We're trying to squish that weld, forge the metal, join the two halves and the weld as one. So when it's really hot and you hammer it, it flattens right out. Now naturally this stretches your metal, and when we're done, we'll probably have to do some shrinks on it, I'm guessing. But I just want to give you the idea how it goes. I haven't finished welding that side over there, but I wanted to show you this. It's been pretty busy. We drew for the trunk lid, and Christine, we talked to her, or contacted us. So Lou's going to deliver the trunk lid to the Okanagan, of all places. I really thought we'd be shipping it off to Australia or someplace like that. So anyhow, congratulations, Christine. And Lou will be dropping off the trunk lid in a couple of weeks. So I'm gonna fire up the torch here with my trusty striker. Now, this tip is probably a little oversized for this job. So we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna put the camera in here. Okay. There it goes here. Okay. So to start off, normally if you're doing a bunch of hammer welding, I have a bucket of water. And so these dollies get pretty hot. So I can soak them, let them cool off, and grab another one. I've got extra sitting over there. This is a pretty small area. So, okay, you want me to heat up the first one so you can see what I'm talking about? So, make sure I can get it to the back side. Okay, so you go back on the weld. Whoa, look at that move. I might have to go to a smaller step. So you got to heat the metal around it, and especially in the weld. You ready to grab the torch lid? There you go. Reasonably happy with that, but not entirely. So usually I would grind it first to get rid of the excess metal. Pretty low profile bead, so let's see if we can get away without that. Okay, so you got to overlap the next one, and you got to watch you don't burn a giant hole through the panel. So yeah.
Hey, tell me how close you want that.
Okay, come this way. You got to start about here and move back and forth. Okay, that's any distance. Okay, slow down a little. Come this way. Out. We're going to lose some of these bullet holes probably. Okay, that was perfect, Lou. So to do that again, you'll start from about here and work your way forward. So I'd be finding you some gold good. Ooh, there's a steady hand. Man, I knew you were good on the camera. With the camera. And a little closer. And you want that next stage, not just red, you want that almost yellow. Out! So, just so you can see, that's coming out pretty cool. I like it. Okay, this is going to be tougher. Actually, well, we're going to try it and leave the bullet
So
hole.
does it always, when you heat it, it sinks in and you have to push it back out?
Sometimes it comes out, so then I hammer it back in. You just never know for sure which way it's going to go. So the metal will tell you. So we're going to start about here and work our way over. Just what we're doing, a little bit closer probably than last time. And back and forth, never stay in one place too long. That's the ticket. Now if you have a bad weld, you'll find out when you start hammering it. Come this way a little more. Yeah, I've got a pinhole in my leg. This way. Out. Well, after we're done playing around here, I did see one pinhole in the weld, and that can happen. All I have to do is a crappy weld, it'll crack when you're hammer welding. But I just see one of my stop and start doesn't be good to the finish. So can you start here, Liz? Carry on that way. Yep. Wow, you are steady. Come back this way a little more. Go a little harder. Orange, I guess. Orange here. A little more, a little more, a little more. Out! This one's getting warm. With pull-up for my morning coffee this work. Yeah, never mind. Okay. Let's try from here. Green color. That's a bit long, but an inch and a quarter is good. Hey, Dad. A little bit. Out. It's warm. So, now let's shut that off to you guys. You're shutting these off. Fuel first. Red, fuel. There you go.
Yep.
And we have to put the next section there.
Right here?
Yeah, there's right there. We're doing a bit of an overlap. So we're not missing anything. We go above the weld too. So we want the weld to blend in. Okay, and yeah, I should probably accent the fact you need to go a little above and a little below just a bit. So anyhow, go ahead and do the next section from here. Looking really good. Yeah, because just the welding you want another on both sides of the welding as well. Just over here. Out. Okay. Let's start from here. We're going to go there. Whoops, don't push the road part. It's going to be really, really tough to heat this up so it's melting right through. So see what you can do. You might have to go up a little bit. Let's see how it goes.
It from here?
Yep. And it's going to heat up really quick because there's an open edge, right?
Alright.
Come around this end a bit. Let's try that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back and weld that up because that hammer, that pillar hole disappeared basically. So let's just do a little bit more here. So the other finish hammering is here. Yep. Okay, and I'm using the light there with the drywall. You can see your highs and lows, the shadows much better when you have a light. You're bouncing around the reflection light. Okay, Lou, let's just try a little bit more and try to finish off with that edge. And it's all about being steady because it's really easy to burn a giant hole right through it. And a little far away, okay, up. Okay, get the basic idea here. I'm going to give you a close-up.
You want to shot close up?
Yeah, okay, feel the right one first. There we go. Cool. So you can see, much improved. Not done. I'm going to weld that bullet hole up. I had a piece of porosity here somewhere. But you can see it looks pretty straight up and down, but I do have to do some hammering. I'm going to let it cool off. And then we got to do this. But that's the basics of it. And I'll show you a bit more once we get the rest of it hammer welded. I can reach in the edges with my spoon. We'll see how carried away I get. So anyhow, that's
And you
a bit
don't
tight.
quench it when you're doing that? There's no need to?
No, I let it cool slowly. I don't want it to get hard because now when we're done doing this bit, it's stretched quite a bit. So I want to bump it out and I want it to move easy. And if you quench it, it becomes hard. Not brittle, but tough. So we try not to quench it. Now, if we have to do some shrinks, then we'll be quenching it after we shrink. But for now, I'm just trying to get rid of the weld. And, you know, I'd like to hammer this out so it's just nice and smooth and doesn't need any filler. And that is not that tough. And again, this is something you can see, it's not rocket science. You can do this at home. The person on the torch is critical. If they get too hot, you melt a giant hole, which isn't a big deal. You weld it back up. If you're not hot enough, then you don't blend in these edges when you're hammering. I probably should have ground this.
So is
if I
that what
had too
happened
much metal.
here when we didn't get?
Well, I should have ground this. This is where it was overlapped a hair and I zip cut. And so they weren't very true when I welded them. So that's my fault. But yes, we could go over this a little hotter, but again, we're being very careful here. and heat that up even more on the edges. I really should have ground the steel before I hammer welded. We'll do some more. I'll grind it first and you'll see a difference. So for now, I'm going to carry on for a little bit here and then we'll show you some more. Pretty exciting stuff, right? Okay, so now we just have to hammer weld this last little bit beside the window. I did some more welding. We had a little problem with editing the sound. This could be a little bit tough, this video, but the torch does make a lot of noise. Okay? Anyhow, Lou's gonna help me here. We're gonna set up the camera up here, and we're just gonna do that last little bit. What you can see here is we've hammer welded this and I've ground it. I need to do some hammer on dolly, stretch some of this out, and I gotta shrink some of it, but I just wanna finish the hammer welding on this side. Because really when we're done this, and I gotta do some more, I should be able to bump this out and file it, and it just needs a primer. These are pretty simple cars. It's easy to get everywhere and behind. So anyhow, we'll do some more hammer welding and finish this off. Okay.
Okay.
Now we want to start here and do this first inch or so.
Right to the edge?
No, we're not doing that solid piece. That's an inch thick. Go straight back. So right from that edge over. Right? Yeah. Pretty hot on your hands?
Not yet.
Okay. So get back to the scene. Get out. Okay, let's carry on with a bit more. That's we're getting hotter than we were yesterday, and that's good. It disappears. So just overlap a bit on the other one. And make sure you get the bottom side too. Lower. Lower. Okay, pull out. You got to get down here on this side of the rope. Okay. All right, perfect. Yeah, so this is coming out better than the other side. We'll revisit some of that because we're getting it hotter and the weld completely disappears. Okay, carry on, Lou.
I got a hole in there.
Yeah, I wasn't going to mention that. That's probably my fault, so thanks.
It's okay, I just can see through.
Okay.
We don't need to come in here.
Okay, you definitely see the difference there.
Okay.
Okay, carry on. Excellent. Yeah, that's awesome. Yep, so.
Not too big of, are those too big?
No,
No?
nope, it's good. So a little bit left, we got to get the window.
So you go into the curve too? No,
Well,
this is little.
try to come right over this edge a little bit so I can get this right in behind there. Might be hard to hammer, but just try not to burn through. Okay. Yeah, a little closer. It's delicate.
Sure, you tell me not to burn through, but closer.
Oh. Okay, got enough there to fix up. But, yeah, more heat. Let's redo just a small part on the other side. Okay, just for the heck of it, let's try a section right here. Get in, there we go. Yeah, you see that next shade? That shade, that's what you want. Okay, out. Beauty, super nice. Okay, let's do the next section. All right. Come this way a little more. Gotta make sure we get a good overlap there. Okay, you see the difference when that final stage is
Yep,
deep?
you can see
Yeah,
it
it's
moving.
just starting to get there. A little hotter. Down the middle. Okay. Okay, let's do one more just for the heck of it.
On a corner.
But here to here. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So, as hot as you can get it without it falling through.
And how do you know when it's gonna fall through?
You have to burn through a couple times, then you know. So, it's just that special color. Right where it sort of turns yellow. That's orange. You see the center is getting white,
Yeah.
yellow. Down the middle, that's the thick part. Oh! Okay. That's real good. Let's stop for now so I can show the difference. You can still see a little bit of the weld here. And I wasn't sure what was going on, if it was dirt or what I did. Here, the weld actually disappears. So we got it hotter, that's all we did. Put on a bigger tip, and we got it hotter, and we hammered it. So, that is really smooth now. That's what we're looking for. And same as that. And after we do this, we may have a few highs and lows, but we're going to finish hammer welding this section, and then it's just a matter of bumping it. So, you can see it's pretty simple again. It's just heat, hammer, try not to burn yourself. Don't burn your honorable assistant. And it's just that easy, folks. The next thing I'm going to show is we're going to be chopping the top of the door. And that'll be tomorrow. So you take the section that we had and we cut a sleeve out of this. And we're going to slip it inside. So it'll slip inside and the top of the door will come down and slip over top of it. So we'll take a section out and put it down in there and weld it. And then put the top of the door on. Really simple, really easy. I mean, this is all good. I haven't quite finished any part of it in particular. Normally when I'm caught up to things, this is what I play with at night, working away, having a good time. My nights have been pretty busy, doing a few things around, trying to get ready for winter. That's why it's not progressing quicker. But that's life. So anyhow, thank you. Cheers.
How's the not smoking going?
It's been 26 hours. It's a bit tough. Cheers.